Kia ora everybody, I'm going to take you through my 10-minute yoga routine and I'm going to do it all in one take. So any mistakes, I'll talk my way through it and that way it saves on editing. Now, this 10-minute yoga routine is a good way to warm up and get ready for the day. So it's basically what we'll do is we'll get into a pose and we'll do some light movement or some stretching in that pose and then move to the next pose. So it's not quick in terms of you're not getting into a flow, which for me means it's easier to do in the morning because it's not a dynamic movement. So I'll take you through it. Basically, I'll work through my body from my head through to my feet just to limber everything up and get it ready. The other reason why I've designed this 10-minute morning yoga routine is to get me ready for something else I might do later on in that morning. So go for a run or whatever. But it's a great way as soon as I get out of bed to just start to wake me up slowly, but certainly wake me up. So I'll talk you through it, follow along in the comments below. So I'll post this on YouTube, of course, and this is where you'll see it. If you have any questions, just throw them in the comments below. I'll answer them and then everyone else can see the question and the answer if it answers a question for them. But anyway, this is how I start. So I start by just crossing my legs, just dropping my wrists or my forearms on my knees, and I just start nice and easy through the neck. So just pushing the chin back, and then chin forwards, and then back. So, and forwards, so I'm just curling through my neck, back, forwards, and then a light stretch where I drop my shoulder out, my arm out, reach around the top of my head and just pull it, just so I can feel that stretch through the shoulder up the side of my neck. So just waking up my neck through those early stretches. And then the other side, and this is exactly how long I hold it for. So obviously if you want to hold it for longer, hold it for longer. Shorter, shorter. Same with the head movements. Make them as fast or as slow as you want. Then I just twist around behind, so both my arms go in one side of my body, rest my forearms on the knee, reach behind, and then while I'm in this position, just twist a little bit more. I use my arms to sort of pull me around, and I can feel that right up my spine, up through my neck. And then the other side. It's just about what would this be, about a 15, 20 second hold. And because it's a 10-minute routine, I find songs on YouTube that are about 10 minutes long and I just play them in the background while I'm doing this. Okay, just reaching over and just reach right over the top of your head, and that way you get a stretch right up the side coming up, right up through your elbow. So don't reach forward of your body, just right over the top of your body. And then the other side. Just where you feel it's tight, just hold it. As I say, perfect first thing in the morning. It's not too dynamic, it's just enough to get the body limber, get it going. Heels go forwards, put your palms behind, and all you're going to do is push the chest out. You just get a stretch through the chest. Through those muscles, so running from shoulder to shoulder, just all that muscle fiber that runs between your two shoulders through your chest, and then just drop it down and then out, pump it out again. So all I'm doing is I'm pushing my chest up and out. Right, and now on all fours, flicking my legs behind, up on all fours and just dropping my shoulders or dropping my chest towards the ground, keeping the shoulders up, but dropping the chest. And I can feel it at the end of my range of motion, and then back up to the top, so shoulders stay in the same place, and now my back right up towards the ceiling, and then just drop it forwards. And then back up. And now I'm doing the same, just with the middle of my spine. So imagine right in the middle of your back, just arch it towards the ground. And arch it from your shoulders through to your butt so you get a nice good bow. Feel the whole part of your back just bend. And then the middle of your back towards the ceiling, arching it like a cat. Right up. So just go to the end of your range of motion, back down again. just to limber up and get it all moving, but go right to the end of your range of motion. So as you arch up, not just the middle of your back, but make sure you're getting everything out of your shoulders and your hips. And back down again. And how fast you do it, how long you hold it, up to you. Okay, now I wonder if you can see my right leg here. I'm going to put my leg straight, and just before it straightens, I'm going to put my toe into the ground so it locks onto the ground, and I keep pushing my heel back, and I can feel that stretch all the way through the back of my leg. So just push your toe in, and then while your toe's there and stationary, pushing your heel back, and you'll feel it from your heel all the way up the back of your leg. And once that's done, then I lift up and I bend out and I do it again. Now this one you won't feel so much through the back of your leg, but more through your hip. So keeping your body straight, but having your leg go out on an angle. And the other side, so just reaching back with my leg, pushing my toe into the ground, and then pushing my heel back. Just getting that stretch right through the back of my leg. Again, you're holding it 10, maybe 20 seconds or somewhere in between. Just make sure you feel that stretch and just hold it. And then leg comes up and then leg goes over. And now I'm just trying to, through the outside of my hip, just trying to bend it through there. So on the opposite side of this hip here, you'll feel that muscle just stretch through. And then back, and then up into, you'll know this one, downward facing dog. So straightening both your legs, and then just bringing your head down, putting your butt up towards the air, and then your head down like an A-frame, house A-frame, and you'll feel it everywhere. From your fingers, through your shoulders, through your spine, through your hips, down back through your hamstrings and your calf muscles. And then I ease off, and then I go straight back into it again. Boom, double hit that one. And then ease it off. Okay, that's the start. Now I just work through my shoulders just one more time. So on all fours, hand goes up towards the ceiling, twisting as far as I can, one direction, and then back through, and just what they call threading the needle. Hand goes through, all the way through, and just bringing my shoulder down to the ground. Keeping this other hand where it was the whole time. And you can feel a twist through your spine because your hips are level, but now your shoulders have moved on the perpendicular, are more vertical. So your hips are horizontal, but your shoulders are vertical. And then go back to that original stretch, bend it right out. Boom, and now the other side. Just reach out and up. And now back, and as it comes down, you just thread the needle through to the other side and just relax. And again, this is perfect for the morning because if you're tired, you can have a little snooze just like this. And you're just feeling that stretch all the way up the back of your arm, through to your shoulder and then through your spine. And then reach it back up and out. And now I just work on the legs. So I bring one leg forwards, back into almost your fours, but you've got this other leg forward now. And so what I'm looking to do here is just drop my shoulders. Just bring my hips forwards and just drop my shoulders. Again, nice relaxed position, but I'm feeling that stretch right through my hamstring, right through my glutes, and through my hamstring on the other side. So just there, nice and relaxed. And so where I got these from is I just watched a whole bunch of 10-minute yoga videos, and I took the best of all the 10-minute videos. The best meaning the stretches that made it, I suppose, challenged me. They gave me the best, I suppose, results. Or gave me what I needed, and then I just pasted them together and came up with my own routine. So change your routine too. Okay, just on the ball of my foot, on the back foot, just straighten that leg. So lift your knee up off the ground, and then you'll find the stretch changes. You can feel it all the way through. I don't know what that means. Just swipe it. Okay. I don't know what happened there. Something just came up on the screen. So hopefully this is uninterrupted. All the way through. Now drop that knee back where it was, back down, and then rock backwards. So keep your heel here and just moving your butt backwards. So neither of your feet move. Certainly not your heels. They stay in the same place. You're just rocking backwards and you feel it all through the hamstring here. And just over time, just get a little bit more. And sometimes I breathe in, and when I breathe out, I just go back a little further. With any of your stretches, breathe in. Don't move when you breathe in, but when you breathe out, go more into the stretch. There we go. Breathing in and out a little bit more. Get that stretch going. Okay, and then finally, come forward. So heels stay in the same place. Bringing your body weight forward, and now you're twisting outwards. So the same side of the leg, you're twisting out to face that leg. So twisting through the spine. And switching the legs. Every time I used to do that, I would fall over, but I suppose you get better balance. Okay, this leg's forward on a right angle. Both palms are going down in line with that foot. Dropping the shoulders and getting the stretch through here. And this other leg is just behind you. Nothing special about the leg behind you. It's just back far enough where you can feel the stretch up the thigh muscle. And when you've had enough of this stretch, again, you're not really changing your foot position a lot for any of these 4 stretches. So this is stretch 1, stretch 2, you're just lifting your toe up and getting it under the foot and then lifting the knee off the ground. So you're on the ball of your foot and the whole of your foot at your front foot, ball of your foot for the back foot, just straightening that knee. You can feel that stretch just run all the way through, just waking up your legs. And then the knee goes down and now your bum goes back. Heel stays in the same place, just rocking it back. This is the one that stings me the most. How much it stings? Up to you. You want to push harder? Sting a bit more. That's what I'm going to do now. Breathing in and out. Just dropping my bum down to the heel. Not moving as I breathe in. But when I breathe out, ask of a little bit more for myself. There we go. Let's go. All right, and now rocking forwards. Again, feet don't move. They just pivot on the heels. I come up, dropping my hips to the ground as much as I can and twisting away. So away from my back leg towards my front leg. Just getting it through the spine as well as feeling it through my hip flexor and my hamstring. As long as you're feeling a stretch somewhere, that means you've gone to the end of your range of motion and you're just working on it. All right, cool, back up into downward facing dog. And now, I might need your help with this. I'm going to stand up in a sec. Now I run my hands backwards, just so I'm standing up. I'm in a good position there. I'll come forwards a bit more. There we go. Just standing up, just bending at the hip, just like a bent staple. So spine straight, up through the shoulders, through your neck. Your legs are straight, you're just bending at the hip. Then what I do here is I stretch my shoulders by bending the knees, reaching up, and then pulling your elbows down and out. So you can feel that stretch across your chest again. Down and out, stretch, and then back up. Breathing in and out, falling forwards. And get that stretch right through your glutes and the back of your legs. Breathe in, don't move, and out. Drop back a bit more. And it doesn't matter how far you're bent over, so don't worry about trying to curl too much. Make it stretch all through the hips. So it doesn't matter if you're here, that's a great start. Breathe in and out. And just get lower and lower and lower each time you breathe out. You'll find over the days more and more. Okay, bend your knees forwards, taking that stretch off, reaching up, straight as you can, fingers towards the ceiling, elbows, just bring your elbows down, and you're stretching from elbow to elbow through your chest. This is a short stretch for me, because then I go up and I come down. This is the long stretch for me, through the hamstrings and the hips. So I spend more time in this stretch, maybe 15 to 20 seconds, and I do this one 3 times, and I only reach towards the ceiling twice. So I start with this one, ceiling, middle, this one, ceiling, and then finish like we are now with this one. Breathe in, out, try and bend it over. Bending myself over to really feel it in my hamstrings. Okay. And then I relax that stretch, and then I just crouch down. So sometimes I reposition my feet so it just feels nice under my body. And then I just crouch and I just relax. And what I'm trying to do over time, because I can't get the flat of my foot on the ground, so that's what I'm working to do. So what I do is I rock back a little bit, and then I bring my shoulders forwards, really trying to get that squat happening through my hips, through my knees, but I can't get the flat of my feet on the ground yet. Heels used to be that much off the ground. Now they're getting closer. Still working to do that. And then once I've held this for about 30 seconds, so a little bit longer to go, then there's just 2 more to go. And that is it. That's the morning. Gets me going. Okay. And then I just come forwards, palm of my hands, almost like to a plank. And then what I do is I just drop the hips. So what you'll find is when you're leaning forwards, you're bending your spine obviously in one way forwards, but doing this counters that. So now I'm just stretching my spine out backwards. So what I'm doing is my arms are straight and I almost lock them straight to the elbow. So what I'm doing, to the shoulder, excuse me. So all I'm doing is just dropping my hips as much as I can. So the movement is just through the hips, just dropping it as much as you can over the time, but keeping the arms straight. And then final stretch is coming up, and this is the best one to finish on. So from this position, you don't need to move your feet or your shins. You're just moving your butt back over your heels. Sometimes I push my knees out a little bit, but your hands stay in the same position, butt goes back. But if you have to reposition, and sometimes you might need to if you get cramp or something, or you feel it start, but just dropping my butt back over my heels and then down as close as I can to the ground with everything, with my hands, with my shoulders, with my elbows, with my forehead, butt as much as I can, down to my heels, and just relax. And I can feel it stretching almost everywhere. The perfect way to finish, I think. Boom. And after that, I'm ready to go. If you're going to do any planking, now is the time to do it. So any planking I might do is 1.5 minutes this way, then 1.5 minutes on this side, and then on the other side, and then finish this way. Started with about 20 seconds on each, and up to about 1.5 minutes now. So yeah, if you're going to do any planking, I've finished with a little bit of planking then. Okay, any questions? Put it in the comments. Anything helpful, steal anything that works for you, and anything that doesn't work for you, that anatomically doesn't work for your body or whatever, don't do it. Don't do it. Just make sure it's fun, and that way it happens every day. All right, ka kite anō. Take care, team. See you later. Bye.